advantage of it due to his fear of loving someone again out of losing them.
A force of nature when she comes into this man's life and completely turns it around. It needs me to invest in a lot of my crazy, I guess.
And that's what I see Twitter and Facebook as. A bunch of people standing in the park on their soapbox, screaming that they're having a taco on 3rd Street. There's a casino. Be good. Thanks.
It's a big goofball.
Yeah, please do that.
Vincent, what brings you back to stage? What was so compelling about Death of a Novel that got you back?
You never really leave stage. I mean, it's doing TV and film is kind of like pushing a, big ball up a hill, and it's once you get momentum, you don't really want to stop and leave it because it'll just roll back down the hill. So I spent a good portion of my 20s trying to pursue a television and film career, and I've gotten to a place where I feel a little bit more secure in my place in the industry and the level of jobs that are available to me. So this is an opportune time to continue the love I've always had for theater. There's a resting spot right now called Mad Men, and
what's that?
yeah, and so it's been great. I mean, it's one of the many things that Mad Men has allowed me to do with my life is pursue projects that I believe in that aren't going to necessarily be a big splash in the New York or LA scene. Sebastian's a man who's dealt with a large amount of loss and a large amount of success in his life. And I think in a society like ours where we value success over personal relationships and even creative output, we really value success and end product kind of ambition, if you will, and he's seen the other side of that. He's been on the other side of that cloak, and he's seen that it doesn't fulfill those all those needs that you have, and the people that do fill those needs have left him. He's lost them. So he's become reclusive, and he's withdrawn into his own very safe and emotionally distant world. This is a place that I think it's easier to withdraw to now in our society. We have more and more things available to us in our homes via the many different types of media that we have. And you really can live a very isolated life. We talk a lot about Facebook in this play, or a little bit about it. That idea that that's what a lot of friendships are becoming now.
Just a like on a Facebook, and that's
not even a like. Even if it's a friend of yours and you're just checking up and seeing baby pictures online. I mean, there was a time that you would make the 2-hour flight to wherever your friend lived to see the child in person. Now you might not meet the child till they're 5 because, well, you can see them on Facebook.
Something so wonderful about inhabiting a completely new, like you said, never seen, never, no one's ever sort of met that human being before.
No impression of them.
That's right, and there's something liberating about it because you get to find it on your own without any preconceived notion about it. Now this is it is a very interesting character, and she's sort of a force of nature when she comes into this man's life and completely turns it around, and it needs me to invest in a lot of my crazy, I guess, and my darkness and my passion for life.
Sebastian P. Campbell, are they complete polar opposites? Are they similar in some respects?
Well, they're both, I mean, I play both characters. It's elements of me. It's character points that I've made choices about in my brain, so in that way, they both come from me. This season, Pete Campbell did deal with the other side of success a little bit. Ambition is something that Sebastian does not have. Sebastian is almost ambitionless. He's almost against putting anything out into the world, and he's anti kind of success. Pete Campbell longs very much to be admired by his peers and respected by his elders, and have a firm place in the social world of New York City. Whereas Sebastian obviously cares nothing for that. But no, they're not polar opposites because they're me.
Interesting. So you see these characters as still you when you're playing them.
Yeah.
Different.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not.
I'm not. It's not a trick question. I'm just.
No, I know it's not. It's just that you know, every actor has a different process, and I'm sure there's actors out there that really do separate themselves a lot from their characters, but that's just not. I'm not really capable of doing that. And I think even actors who do separate themselves entirely from their characters are still in there somewhere. Is the actor making that choice to do that with the character? And so, in making that choice, that's them in the character. It's impossible to get away from yourself, no matter what your job is, no matter what your hobby is. I spent a good portion of my life running away from myself, and I think part of being happy in life is realizing that you can't.
The first time I met Vincent was at the callback, the audition for this role in New York. I knew he was going to be in the room, and like I said, 5 years, every show, I haven't missed a show. I was like, Pete Campbell. And I walk in, and there's Pete Campbell sitting on, you know, and so I was playing it cool, and I shook his hand, and I said, nice to meet you. Didn't, you know, I wasn't like an adoring fan or anything, or at least I pretended to not be.
Played it cool.
Right, I played it very cool. I was very impressed with myself. And then we did the scene, and it went well, obviously, because I got cast. And through the scene, and she's a very seductive woman, Sheba. So in the course of the audition, I had taken off my very high heels I was wearing, and they were just lying on the floor in the middle of the room. And when it was time for me to leave, I had to put my shoes back on. So I got up and I put one heel in, and then I sort of lost my balance, but there were no walls to hold on to, and he immediately got up and picked up the other shoe to put it on my foot. I was like, wow, this is such a gentleman, beautiful. But then I still had to balance myself, so I put my hand on his head to balance myself. And he said, that was unnecessary. And it was, I was like, what, did I lose the job? Did I? And I brought it up to him later, and he was like, you know, I was joking. Right? And I was like, I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know if you were joking. How do I know?
But there are a lot of people who might love acting, but they don't want to do 15 hours of work a day, you know? And
Yes.
I don't blame them for that, but a role like this demands somebody who has that level of passion and
Commitment.
That's the one. Thank you.
Commitment, that other C word.
What's the first C word?
I don't know. I just realized that passion started with a P, and I'm like, damn it.
I know another P word.
Why?
I don't know. You said you knew another C word. I know another P word. I'm thinking of a C word and a P word that are both similar. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. Canada.
You know.
That's a C word.
That's a C word.
Parentheses, a P word.
A little random that you pick parentheses.
So, Stark threes.
Yeah, what's that? What's a Stark 3?
We can always Stark threes. We can always go somewhere else.
Why do you
afterwards.
keep adjusting this one?
I get different. So it's like we have 10 cameras.
Oh, I understand. I drink gin martinis. Yeah, John Slattery actually kind of got me started on those. We went out to dinner a couple years ago in New York, and I've never been much of a martini guy, but he ordered a martini, and it was just damn delicious. I love Thai food. Next time you're in LA, go to Thai Town on Hollywood Boulevard, and any place. Order Morning Glory, and just sit there and remember that I was the one who brought that deliciousness to your face.
Final question, which I'm really curious about. What's your favorite gadget?
What do you mean?
You can interpret the word any way you want to. What's your favorite gadget?
You don't know what a gadget is.
Any?
I like chains.
You like chains?
No.
How many shades of gray is that necessary?
She's gone now. What is my favorite gadget? I don't know. I don't know. My computer.
Your computer.
Yeah, probably my computer. I read scripts on it.
Any tips on the art of seduction? God, I said the other day, I just have to feel sexy when I wake up, and that lets me play Shiva. The sexiest people that I think are the sexiest in this world are the people who just know that they are, and they don't have to try too hard.
Be confident. Know what you want and go after it, right?
What are you doing, Clint?
Here we go.
I know, I like, yeah, good. Tell them.
This is the look of genius.